Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to another Sport Bike Haven production. It's your boy Jordan. Today I'm doing a night ride on the InMotion V11Y. You know, it's been raining a lot here, and you know, this weekend I had anticipated rain. I decided that I was just gonna play some video games, hang out inside the house, but for some magical reason we got not rain, and I have been looking for any excuse to take this thing out, and so that's what I'm doing. It's a little bit cold. It's a little bit cold, but it's not too bad, honestly. I mean, I think it's in the 30s, but you know, I have like 96% battery. I should be good to spend a nice little hour out here riding around. And I was just checking out my app here. 429.6 total miles. So yeah, maybe we'll talk a little bit about that. You know, a whole bunch of random topics that I'd like to kind of talk about, but it's kind of difficult sometimes, you know, just trying to get the flow right. But you know, I'm just out here chit-chatting, hanging out, having a good time, enjoying the ride. And I did want to check out the night mode on this GoPro Hero 12 Black. I had looked at a couple YouTube tutorials and set up like a night mode and a day mode. You know, like the best settings for night, best settings for day that, you know, that were generally recommended. And don't even ask me what they are now. I cannot remember, but I could probably go through the settings and, you know, look at what it's set to and be like, oh, this is this and that's that. But I was taking a look in the preview on the GoPro Quick app, and it actually looked okay for being at night. So you know, it's going to be interesting to take a look at the footage and see how it turns out. You know, I don't want it to just be, you know, completely dark, completely blacked out, can't see nothing. But when I was looking at it on the app, it looked like, you know, the lights were kind of coming through. You could see the ground. It looks potentially usable. So I'm out here just having fun, and we'll see what we get. So I was pretty much thinking about heading down to Troutdale from Gresham area, and I am just passing the Mount Hood Community College now. Rode down here earlier because my girlfriend, she needed to get some transcripts or whatever. And so we rode out here. I took, you know, the electric unicycle. She rode her scooter. And it was a nice little ride. But we are definitely saving up to get her a better scooter. The one that she has, you know, it's supposed to go like, honestly, I think it was supposed to go like, you know, 15 to 18 miles per charge. But apparently that is the at 9 miles per hour setting, and honestly, I don't even think it could get that. I'm gonna have to find a way to get up through the path here and head back over to the street. But yeah, Mount Hood Community College, great for going for little walks and, you know, playing the Pokemon Go if you play that. Personally, I do. Me and the girlfriend, we like to play. She also has a kid who also likes to play the Pokemon Go, so we kind of do it as a family thing. But honestly, I think me and her are pretty into it ourselves. But you know, so this area is great for that. There's a lot of Pokestops and gyms and all that fun stuff, but that's not what we're doing now. We're riding. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And yeah, I don't know what to say about the college too much. I took a mechatronics class here for a little while, but honestly it didn't stick too much. And then I started taking this other class through work, and I kind of dropped out pretty much. I was having a little trouble with my night schedule and going to the class, and I think it was probably just more me being irresponsible and wanting to not waste the summer. But if I get a chance to take that class again, I think I'm gonna take it and take it a lot more seriously. It was a cool class. It was kind of like a introduction to like electronics, you know, how to use the multimeter and, you know, test voltages and do all that stuff. So definitely a very useful skill to know how to do. And if I have the opportunity again, I'm gonna take it. But oh no, what's going on here? Looks like we had a little wrecky wreck. That's too bad, because that looks like a nice car. Yeah, Gresham, they really did pretty good with all the bike lanes and stuff. Like, I feel pretty good riding in these lanes, and they go all over town, so it's pretty awesome. And I do have my super duper high reflective jacket on, so I should be pretty visible. And also the in motion, you know, this unicycle has a pretty good light. I think most, you know, electric little things have good lights and stuff, and you know, this one definitely has a pretty good light. You know, honestly, I haven't been too big on the whole night riding thing, like as far as motorcycles go. And you know, I was a little bit nervous to come out here at night and ride this thing, but you know, I think this jacket gives me a lot of confidence because I've seen it from far away and it is quite reflective, so I don't have any doubt that people can see me, but I'm still going to be super careful because it's more like when the light hits me, I'm very reflective, but if I was going through a dark area and the lights weren't on me, I don't think they might be able to see me as well. So, you know, I'm definitely still using a lot of caution, but I do feel pretty good in this thing. And you know, once again, I do love the range on this thing. I know I've talked about it before. Been seeing a lot of cool stuff about new battery technology coming out. You know, Donut Labs has their solid state battery. I've seen a couple of other ones that I don't remember the names of the companies, you know, but it definitely seems like a lot of stuff is happening in the battery world to try to get that battery energy density higher, because, you know, the energy density and weight kind of go hand in hand. So if you have more energy density, you know, it's like a watt hours per kilogram, and the more you have, you can either get a longer range with the same battery or get the same range with a lighter battery. And both of those things are really great for electric vehicles. Now, I don't know how long it's going to take for that technology to, you know, get to electric unicycles, but you know, I've been hearing, and I should look it up again, but I saw a you know, a YouTube video that was talking about a new electric vehicle that had a battery energy density of 500 watt hours per kilogram, which is pretty much double the standard right now. So it would be so awesome to pack one of those batteries into this electric unicycle, and instead of having 74 miles, you know, being able to go 150 miles. That would be so awesome, because, you know, on a good day, I feel like this thing I could just ride it like for multiple hours, and I would love to just kind of make a day of it, you know, pick some like faraway place and, you know, ride out to it and, you know, go have lunch and then ride back, or do some like, you know, cool canyon thing. Like there's a lot of cool stuff around, and you know, some of it I think I can already do on this with this battery, but you know, more is better. And you know, some of the other things that we'd like to see with batteries is you know, more discharge cycle, so longer life, you know, less degradation over time, and you know, safer. Like you don't want to hit your battery on something, you know, have a small little thing, and then your whole device catches on fire. And you know, it would be cool as well. I think the last thing that would just top off the whole holy grail of batteries would be being able to operate in lower and higher temperatures, you know, because we all know the lower temperatures, you know, they suck a lot of battery life out of these lithium ion batteries, or not battery life, but you know, range for the charge. So you know, at like 30 or 40 degrees Fahrenheit, you know, you lose like 30% of your charge, which it feels like a lot. So, you know, all those things would be super cool. So, you know, that's kind of one of the topics that I'd like to talk a little bit more about, is batteries, the technology coming up. But, you know, I think I get a little bit self-critical because, you know, I'm just out here kind of free speaking, you know, just doing like a one take out here. And, you know, I see some other people, they do like a whole expose about, you know, donut labs and why they think it's legit or why they think it's a scam and all this stuff. So, you know, when I look at their videos and they're very well done, it's easy to get a little bit, you know, in my head about it. Like, oh, you know, like my video is not going to be as good. But, you know, I just kind of got to, you know, for one, do better, you know, better research, better, you know, talking about better delivery, and also, you know, less critical of myself. So we made it to downtown Troutdale. It's pretty nice down here. This restaurant, the Pompeo, was really good. I think it's called like Restaurante di Pompeo, but have ate there a couple times. It's delicious. You know, I should probably come through and try some more of the restaurants down here, but you know, Troutdale, it's pretty cool little town. Troutdale is like the gateway to the gorge on the Oregon side, and I'm from Washougal, which is gateway to the gorge on the Washington side. So yeah, I can't imagine the video looks super great right here because it's very dark out, but it's super cool that, you know, this electric unicycle does that hill climb like a beast. It is literally no problem. Just sorry. That was kind of awkward. Yeah, right here is pretty cool. They got a little, you know, gaming store, and I think it's kind of like a beer garden right there. And I haven't really went and got drinks there or anything, but you know, food carts, all the cool stuff. It's a nice little spot for sure. And there's a little card shop right there too, which I've been to a couple times. Definitely more into the cards than the drinking, to be honest. But yeah, cards, you know, not a high priority for me right now. But yeah, I'm pretty much heading back. I don't really have too much else to talk about, but just want to give a shout out to everyone who made it through the video this far. Really appreciate you. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and drop a like. If you would like to join the conversation, please add a comment. And of course, the best way to help the channel is to subscribe. So thank you so much, everybody. You have a great day, and we will catch you in the next video. Peace.